It begins with fire. On a wind-swept plain, a small band huddles close, faces warmed by the flames that hold the night at bay. In this circle of light, something new sparks, a sound, repeated by a child, that becomes a word. Language is born, the tool that will bind memory into a shared story and turn a scattered species into a community. Fire extended the day, and language gave shape to our past. But the next great leap forward came from the soil. Farming tethered us to the land, to the rhythm of the seasons. For the first time, there was surplus, and with surplus came walls, rules, and the first towns swelling into cities along the great rivers. Time was now marked by harvests and floods. Scribes pressed symbols into clay, turning spoken promises into lasting law. Rulers carved empires from the land, and priests mapped the heavens to bring order to the world below. Writing made power portable, and from this new order, humanity began its quest for meaning. Empires reached for each other across continents. Along the Silk Roads, Roman merchants met emissaries from the Han dynasty. But what travels faster than a caravan of spices? An idea, a rumor, a faith. On monsoon winds and desert trails, paper and philosophies moved alongside silks and plagues. These new networks brought the world's distant peoples into contact, for better and for worse. And they were not the only ones moving. Across the vast Pacific, wayfinders read the stars in outrigger canoes. Throughout Africa, migrations of farmers and ironworkers reshaped the continent. In the Americas, maize and stories traveled from civilization to civilization. Humanity was weaving itself into a global web. But this growing web was fragile. When the Black Death swept through the cities of Asia and Europe, it did more than kill. It shattered old certainties, remaking labor, faith, and ambition. In its wake, a renaissance of art and a reformation of authority redrew the map of the possible. New sails pushed out into the unknown Atlantic, not just connecting continents, but binding them together in a new global system of power, wealth, and suffering. This is the foundation of the world we know today, one built on networks that carry ideas, microbes, and capital across oceans in an instant. Then, the world began to quicken. In a London workshop of the late 18th century, the air tastes of iron and coal. Pistons thump and steam hisses, a new kind of power, born from soot and sharpened ideas. The questions of the Enlightenment were now being answered with engines. Factories remade the very concept of time. Financial networks multiplied wealth, binding distant workers and investors in a shared fate. Empires, fueled by this new power, pushed outward across the globe. But with expansion came resistance. A protest in the Americas, a revolutionary crowd in Paris, and the unbreakable resolve of slaves in Haiti sent shockwaves that would eventually crack the foundations of empire. Through 2 world wars, old empires crumbled, and new nations found their voice. The globe grew ever more connected, first by telegraph, then by trade, and now by digital code. But the same connections that carry opportunity also carry risk. Today, we live this legacy. Our world is a delicate balance of interdependence, where a virus can cross the globe as fast as a data packet, and the climate answers to no border. The tracks of history have led us here, to a moment of unprecedented connection and unprecedented fragility. And in this complex, interwoven world, the search for our place within it continues.